It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the focus is on Courtland Sutton. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Broncos and the Eagles on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now it's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a nice completion, and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? To throw, here's Nix. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Nix to throw again. Shakes off the sack. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat, like the guys beyond that circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game: surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think.
And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
The Broncos offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Oh, the option left, it's Hurts. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost
in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. John Franklin Myers, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Open man downfield. It's Vele. Down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And they'll begin by running the option. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's caught inside the 30. take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jahan Dotson, 63 yards, and the Eagles have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And he's come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in the numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on third down, it's Nix. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They go play action with Hurts. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Nick Bonito providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The kick by Elliott is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Broncos coming out now. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. To throw is Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 46, here's 2nd and 2. He's going to try and take off with it. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nolan Smith charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Tried to create a little bit of that hocus-pocus with some magic. But the defense, not impressed at all. They don't lose contain on this very dangerous runner, and they get a big stop.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Here's Jackson to return. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34. Hurts. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 3rd down and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Nolan Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Running right, here's Estime. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Nix from the shotgun. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this 1st half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Up the middle with Barkley. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Barkley diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Nix to the air. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. This short throw caught by Goddard. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's brought down. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. He'll look to throw. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going right back to Dotson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
The final shot before break. Nix, pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
We just watched a fine first half out of the mobile quarterback, that's Jalen Hurts. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Working out of the gun is Nix. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Nix. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
He'll connect on the out route with Ingram.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
To throw, here's Nix.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Throwing Nix.
Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Here's Nix. To the right side and intercepted. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
This short throw caught by Goddard, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
Denver's offense now set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st.
That's taken in left side by Vele.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw is Nix.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram.
And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Bo Nix.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
And he's going to get in for the score, and the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
2nd and 11.
It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurts. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on third, and then the tables turned. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Throwing is Hurts. Escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Nix to the air. And this one complete again to Mims. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down. Nix from the shotgun. That is caught by Vele. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Hands it off out of the gun as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. That one taken in by Burton. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Straight ahead, Estime. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. They'll go play action with Nix. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 76 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Just a 30-yard punt that time. So the Broncos now down by 16. Just over 1:40 to play. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Working out of the gun is Nix. Into the hands of Ingram.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The decision made for him. They've got to go. It's 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
Down to a knee goes Hurts, and that is going to be that. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Philadelphia,
they get the critical victory to move them to 9-7 now.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.